Hi everyone, Julie here with some book recommendations. I know with this social distancing and the quarantine that's going on, there's many of you are looking for ways to keep busy, things to distract yourselves, and ways to just basically keep our brains in good working order. So we at the Ramsey Library are hoping to help you out with those goals. And one of the ways is with some book recommendations. Today I'm going to be recommending 5 books in the murder slash mystery slash thriller genre. It happens to be one of my favorite genres, and other categories that I've thought of, if this becomes kind of like a series, maybe some of my coworkers would like to do a video or have some suggestions, but family drama, nonfiction, historical fiction, short stories, humor, beach reads that sadly will not be read at the beach. But those are some of the categories I thought of. If you can think of any other genres that you would like to hear recommendations for, definitely you could comment and let us know, and we'll see if we can make that happen. The other thing I want to point out is the books that I'm about to recommend at the time of this recording, meaning right now, I'm not sure when you're watching this, but are all available on the Libby app. If you don't have the Libby app, you can get it at the App Store. It's free. You have to download it, and you have to have a valid library card, and then you can borrow books digitally. And you can borrow audiobooks that you can listen to, and you can also borrow books that you can read on your Kindle or your iPad or your phone, any kind of device. It's all free. So they are available now. If too many people, take them out, then you'll put yourself on hold for them. But the ones I'm about to mention are all currently on there. So let me start. The first book that I'm going to recommend is called Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. And this is a courtroom drama about a woman on trial for murder. A lot happens in this book. A lot. There's a lot to unpack in this book, but it's very complex, but I found it very gripping, very emotionally compelling, and I was really moved by this book. So if that sounds like something you would like, Miracle Creek, Angie Kim. The second book that I'm going to recommend is more of a series. I have the 4th book in the series. It's Robert Galbraith is the author, and it's Lethal White. And look at the size of this baby, this juicy baby. So this is the 4th one. The first one, if you haven't started, I do recommend reading them in order, but the first one is called The Cuckoo's Calling. And it's basically a private eye in the UK, and his assistant. The private eye, his name is Cormoran Strike, and his assistant Robin. And they're basically solving murders and figuring out who done it. An interesting fact about Robert Galbraith is that this is the pen name of J.K. Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter series. So, it's really, really good writing. And, she's writing for adults here. So, and just definitely recommend. That's Robert Galbraith. Okay. And let's see, I have some notes here. Okay, the next thing I'd like to recommend, I don't have the actual book, so depending on how ambitious I'm feeling, I may edit a photo of the book right here. Let's pause for the edit. And it's really more of an author, and his name is Peter Swanson. And really, I've read almost everything he's written, and it's never not liked his books. I have a couple of titles here. One is All the Beautiful Lies. The other is Before She Knew Him. But really anything by Peter Swanson, I definitely recommend. And just to give you an idea, the blurb for All the Beautiful Lies, it says, a diabolically clever tale of obsession, revenge, and cold-blooded murder. So, sign me up. The next book is called Since We Fell by Dennis Lehane. So if you've ever read anything by Dennis Lehane, you know that he's a great writer, but this is a little different, I feel like, and it's an outlier compared to all the other books that he's written, in a good way. I really like this. Is probably my favorite book by him. It's called Since We Fell, and it's about a woman called Rachel Child, who is a journalist. She's an on-air journalist, and she has a breakdown on the air, and she then goes into self-imposed sort of lockdown. So, same girl. And it's just, she meets someone and she becomes embroiled in this big mystery, and there's conspiracy theory, and romance, and it's got a little bit of everything. Not all of it is 100% believable, but I still liked it, and strong female lead, which I also like. So, so there's that. And finally, I have a book called The Chalk Man by C.J. Tudor. And that is a book that I feel like didn't get enough buzz at the time. I don't know, maybe it did and I just missed it, but I really like that book. It is a book about a 12-year-old boy and his friends, and it takes place when they're 12. It's 1986, and they're out riding their bikes and they stumble upon a dead body. So it's kind of like Stand By Me in that sense, but it's a lot creepier and a lot twistier. And the book is told in alternating chapters from 1986 and then 2016, I believe. So that was a really good book. I recommend that. And that's all I got. So I hope that you something tickled your fancy from these recommendations, and let us know what you'd like to see more of. Thanks. Bye.